So it's Saturday afternoon. I didn't really get any video or anything this morning because I was getting a haircut and stuff, and just I hadn't really been feeling too much of the grind this week. I don't know, I've just been off my game, so I gotta get back on the train. But I've been derailed this week for some reason, just not feeling it. I have been working on the songs and poems and those things. So I've still been getting stuff done, just not as much business-wise. So hopefully next week I can kind of get back on the ball. Today I sat down and called, I think there was 5 calls that we had missed. 3 of them were scams. And then one of them was a customer who didn't want anything done. Another one was someone who wanted, so the lady wanted her shrubs trimmed, but she lives 25 minutes away. So normally we wouldn't go that far. But what I told her is if she would want to send us a project management video for it, if she would want to take the video of what needs done and send it to us, then we could quote it based off that to save us a trip for the quote. And I told her if it came out to be over $1,000, then we'd drive for it. But if it wasn't, then we wouldn't be able to do it. So it ended up being $1,200. She accepted and is going to have us do it. So we scheduled that for Monday. That's around 4 hours of work, I want to say, 5 hours of work. She just wants some shrubs trimmed. There's like 4 hedges and maybe 5 shrubs. So it's kind of expensive, which they're really overgrown. She wants them cut back a good like 4 foot. And then we'll have a dump trailer load of debris. But anyway, we're doing that Monday. Then we had another person call who wants 2.5 acres. They want that to be mowed, and they want all of the leaves and straw gotten up. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to use the push mower back there. I think we're gonna have to use the push mower to get up the leaves and straw. So I think we're gonna have to push mow that. They're quoting that Monday morning. We're supposed to meet with the grading customer Monday morning, and we got another request. So our website, we pay $400 a month for our website, and so we get requests every about 2 days through that. So that's a good. It ends up costing us 15 divided by 400. I don't know what the math is on that. Around $30, I want to say $35 per lead. So it's cheaper to get leads to the website than to get them by knocking on doors. So that's kind of our cheapest form of advertising, is through our website. But we get our leads through the website, and so we're gonna go meet with him. He wants some shrubs removed and some front flower beds and some sod installed. So now's a really good time to install sod because it's kind of all like dormant right now, where it'll just come alive to winter. So he wants that done, and then supposed to meet with the grading lady next week. I believe the grading job, after talking to my dad about kind of what needs done, I believe the grading job's going to end up being like $7,000 or $8,000, just because the scope of work is going to change. So I'll have to talk with her about that. But I've been trying to kind of get back on it today, trying to kind of get some stuff done. Wrote everybody's checks this morning, just getting it knocked out, getting all the finances and everything organized for another week, and mainly prepping for next year. Got to hit that $2 million. So each day the guys are responsible for making sure that the trucks and trailers are cleaned. So we have to make sure that there's nothing like in the trailers, like this stuff, that we don't leave equipment on the trailers that you can see there. See, there's debris in the back of the truck. This stuff should have been dumped. There's tools back here. And then mainly inside the truck, we keep wipes in the truck for them to be able to wipe it down each day. So you can see there's just piles and piles of stuff. And this is just from like 2 days. You've got cups and all kind of mess. But what I told him this weekend is we finished pretty early, and I told him I'd just handle it. So I'll clean it off today because it wasn't supposed to rain or anything, so it's not going to hurt the equipment to wait an extra day. So I'm going to unload that hopefully this afternoon and get this cleaned up for them, or they'll have a fresh truck Monday. And then while I'm in class, they could do a few quotes and knock out that trimming job. So I try to kind of take this off of them 1 or 2 days a week where they don't have to worry about cleaning out, just because it's a lot to have to load and unload all that stuff out of the shop every day. So I just want to show you kind of like on our website here, we've got, so we'll get these emails, and so they're customer response emails. So this is what it'll look like. It'll just say Caleb's Lawn Care, and it'll be our contact form. And basically what this has is it just has all of the information that we need to be able to contact the customer to be able to get their quote. And so it'll have a list of all of their information, and then we just hit reply to customer, email them back, and then schedule the job if it gets accepted. So it's always aggravating to me whenever customers, like online, if they enter a request, we'll have a few every week or two that will, when they leave their request, they'll leave like some snide remark instead of email. So they'll say, "You wish," like instead of their email, or like they won't leave a number. But what happens when someone does that is, so like for instance, someone did that with their address this week. So we've gone through the process. They did it. They entered the request last night. This morning we processed it for them. And so when we processed that, we messaged them. We're like, "Hey, someone can meet you first thing Monday morning." Scheduled all that, but they forgot that they hadn't entered it. We didn't realize that they hadn't entered it. So we're plugging their info into the system tonight, and we can't meet them on Monday. So we'll need that information before we can meet them. We're closed tomorrow, so technically we shouldn't be calling them. But I mean, I can call them just off the clock if I have to. But it's just frustrating because it's a lot more work on us to have to try to do the follow-up work and the work that they should have just entered their information online. So it's more work, is kind of part of it, but we're supposed to be removing some stumps for them, so it just makes our job a little harder, but not a huge deal. Just I understand their side of it. They're just trying to protect themselves, but just a little frustrating. So we finished up the week. We've got some more jobs I'm trying to schedule. The guy messaged back. So what we've been telling all of our customers recently is we've been asking them if they can just send us a video of the projects that they would like done. And that allows us to be able to send over a quote through text and saves us from having to go to the property, since that's all we go to the property for anyway. So makes it pretty easy for us and makes it a lot quicker for the customer to be able to get a quote. Just makes it a lot more efficient for them and easier to kind of close the jobs just because we can do them quickly.